All right, so right here is this PCGS submission. If you're watching this video, it'll come out tomorrow or next week. Next week, you will see the results of these grades. So obviously, I'm filming this ahead of time. We have 2021 Morgan dollars, the Philadelphia, the Denver, which of course we would love an MS70, the San Francisco, the New Orleans Privy, the Carson City Privy, the 2023 Morgan, the 2023 Peace Dollar, the 2023 Proof Morgan, the 2023 Proof Peace, the Reverse Proof Peace, the Reverse Proof Morgan. I suppose these will be the other way around. The 2020 V75 Privy ASC. However, there's a milk spot here. And the Type 1 and Type 2 from the designer set from 2021 American Silver Eagles. All of these I'm expecting to get MS69 on. If I get MS70s, that's even better, especially in the case of that Denver or that Carson City, but we know it's probably not due to the milk spot. And also, apparently, at the time I'm recording this, all indications are these are grading around 68 or 69 rather than 70, which is very odd. We then have 22 W quarters. I've hunted W's for a long time. So we have the AMP, and these are messed up. I think Lowell's first. Anyways, all of these are in very good shape. Of course, 66 would be good. 67 would be a very big profit, and 69 would be even better. The best of all of them is this one. And ever since I flipped this up, I knew it was probably pretty close. Other than that one thing outside of the nose, this coin is pretty perfect. Again, if you just look at this, like, there is no blemishes, no hits, nothing on this coin. Maybe near that 2019, we might have something. But all of these River and Nova returns were found in the same box. I found like 33 of them. I sold several of them on eBay. And I may have sold some high mint state ones, which is kind of unfortunate. One national park, a couple few Weir farms. We had a good dump of those. Salt River Bay, Marsh Billings, Rockefeller, and Tallgrass Prairie. So at least one of each, kind of to have a registry of that, if you will. This Tallgrass Prairie is not in great shape, but it's the best I have. I've had a lot of trouble finding W's for Tallgrass Prairie. I'm maybe 63 on that one. The other submissions are going to be Kennedy $50. We have a 1971. I believe it's the DDO. I'll show that in more detail here in a second. And then some nicer bicentennials. I found these from a sealed roll from 1975. So I look forward to seeing how these grade. These were two of the best ones in the roll. So kind of have fun there. Here's the 1971 D. As you can see, the T appears doubled, as well as In God We Trust. So based off of that, I think this is regular doubling, not machine doubling. I'm kind of on the edge. I really don't know, but it's in good shape. So we'll get it graded. If not, I wasted 20 bucks or so, 30 bucks on it. But you only have to pay half the variety fee if it's not the variety. So it's worth submitting, just seeing. I think it's the FS102, but we'll find out. All right, I don't know which PCGS submission this is. I'm doing three at the same time. I just recorded the first one, as I'm calling it. But this is an economy submission because we have coins before 1964. As we can see here, we have this nice Woody 1937 wheat cent. If you look at it, it looks pretty cool, and I really just want it holdered because it's cool, and a lot of the Woodies I have are corroded. This one isn't. This one's also kind of a Woody. It's in better shape. I'm thinking AU on this one, a 1958D, and as you can see, there's some elements of red remaining on it, and splotchy toning. I don't know. It just looks cool. Moving on, we have two 1951 Benjis, and you can see the color, especially near Wee, on there. Same thing with the next one. They're both front and back toned in this darker red, blue, ish color, which to me is really, really cool. And of course, I'm hoping the Gold Shield pictures will make that pretty obvious for us. We also have a 1922, what I think is a week D. I bought it just knowing that it was a 22 something, not knowing if it was week D or regular D. I think it might be a regular D, but I don't know. And so that's the real reason we're getting that one graded. Next up is a Morgan Silver Dollar, which is an O over O. It's a VAM 10 O over O. And I'll show you, although you can really kind of see it here, I'll use the microscope here. As you can see in the center of the O, there's some stuff. And really the telltale sign is this die scratch on the star next to dollar here. So yeah, it's certainly the VAM 10. I know that. I'm thinking 63, MS63 on this, but we'll find out. Next up, we have a 1968D Kennedy in decent shape, and I think it's the triple die obverse. So we're going to submit that one. Again, kind of the same thing as you'll see later or earlier, the 1971. It might be, it might not be, but I want to see just how good I am at figuring that out. Next up, a 1976S. I found this in circulation, 40% silver, and it appears to be the DDO in somewhat mint state, maybe mint state. So we're going to try it, see what happens. Again, it was one of my coolest finds, and if it is the DDO, that's just really cool. If you've ever coin roll hunted half dollars, you know this one, 1974 DDO. This is certainly it. I think it's around AU, might get a low mint state, but I'm thinking AU on this one. Yeah, so I'm just submitting this because I want to have one slabbed. And if you know what you're looking for, this is a no FG 1982P. Again, this one's probably AU, maybe low mint state. Just getting this graded because I want to, but yeah, it's pretty clear. Then the next four coins are just coins in overall decent shape. A 1957 Benji. I got a whole roll of them, so you'll see here in a later video or in an earlier video, we had a whole bunch of 1957s in nice shape. I got a nice 1964. I'm thinking MS64, maybe MS65. We do have a fingerprint, though, by the nose, unfortunately. We also have a nice 1959. I bought a roll of 1959s. This one's slightly toned, whereas the other ones aren't. And so that's why we're getting this one with Gold Shield imaging on it to kind of get that blue near the hair. So we'll see. Also, we have a nice piece dollar bought in the same purchase that this Morgan was, in very nice shape. I'm thinking MS63 maybe. I really have no idea. I've never graded a piece dollar or even really I've never bought a graded piece dollar. So this is what we're dealing with this one. We're just hoping for the best. And our third PCGS video, but it may not be the third unboxing. We have three 1957s. As you'll see in the second video, we have what I think is the nicest one of these that I wanted to get slabbed as a Gold Shield. But again, I got all of these in a roll. We got all these 59s in the same roll. And again, I think these are nice, but they aren't toned. So that's why those three, these two and the other one, made the cut. Same thing with these 4 out of the 20. We also have some nicer Morgan and Peace dollars bought with the same Morgan and Peace dollars you saw in the second video, or will see in the second video. Again, I don't know how they're going to come out because I don't know how PCGS will send them back. We have a 1989. This might be cleaned, but it at least has uncirculated details. I'm pretty sure of that. This 1921 also, I think, has uncirculated details, and I think it might come back straight graded despite the black stuff all around it. So we'll kind of see on that one. This 1921, I think, is AU, but I'm not entirely sure. It does appear to be uncirculated in terms of detail, but that toning's kind of hard to tell with it. So we'll find out. 1922, I think low mint state, high AU. Same with this 1923, much like the other 1923. But I think this one's a grade or two worse than the other one, which is why I sent the other one to get Gold Shield. And then the 1925 here, I'm thinking high AU, but we'll kind of have to see. Again, like I said earlier, I've never graded peace dollars before, So this is an experiment, among other things. That's the whole goal of all of these submissions, is an experiment. Find out how good I am at grading grades, grading errors, grading different coins, and kind of just dip my toes in the water, albeit it's an expensive little dipping of my toes in the water, but it's worth trying. Again, I have to take all of these out of their 2x2s before submitting, but we'll show that here in a second. All right, so here is the, I think, second submission. But anyways, one of the submissions, I have it in here. I'm going to put the papers in here as well. And then I'm going to put this box inside of the bigger box with the whole submission. So I have it all in here now. It says Economy Gold Tier Quarterly Special and the number. So we're going to put that in the bigger box. Here's the third submission. This is regular economy, as we can see here. Again, we're going to put the paper in this box and put this small box in the big box. And here is the modern value submission. Here is the sheet here. I was able to do this one online. Again, we're going to put that inside this box, that box inside of the big box, and then send it out. And here's the package. I need to tape it and write that the highest tier is economy on the outside, and then we'll send it off.